Hello, I'm Vivian Williams and the founder of TheClubUK, .co.uk. This will actually be the introduction on the new website, and so I apologise that it may be slightly long, but not long enough to make two parts. I would like to introduce you to the ambitions of this club, and if you are interested, invite you to join us. We invite anybody from the age of 16 years old. Now let me be honest and say straight away that this is not a political club yet. We may be, hopefully in the future, but the format, the style and the name will, when appropriate, be decided by the membership of the club, and that will be one of the fundamental ideas of the club. It will be for all the people, organised and run by the members, and ultimately any choices or decisions will be finalised by the members. I am the founder, and at present there is no big name in the window of leadership. This is really not an issue at this time, as really it will need looking at when the club has already established itself and has created a strong, deep platform based on a countrywide base of members. It is then that we will have to think of people suitable to lead the political sector of the club. Now, unfortunately, as a country, we have some serious issues now. We had an election, we had a referendum, and now we have a pandemic. Now, the election and referendum are history inasmuch that they have or are about to be finalised. So we will not be involved in those issues unless we must later. We, of course, have no interest whatsoever in the way you voted in either issue or that of your existing political persuasion. We are a club and so completely neutral. Where we eventually stand as a political party will eventually be directed by you, the members. Then, of course, there is COVID, which is becoming a nightmare all round, especially for the people. However, except for us being aware of daily happenings, which only fuel our belief or disbelief on what the politicians are doing each day, it can only drive our feelings plus or minus in what we believe is happening and how much we trust them in looking after our future welfare and successful lives. So again, we will leave that to the side except to be mindful of how we each feel and believe. Our primary aim is the future politics of this country, and as most people would agree, how we are going to change our current political system to make it a more modern and fairer system for all. Now, we are 66 million plus people on this country, well, the legal ones anyway, and probably at least 60 million plus are really disheartened with the politics of today, which is being driven home by what we see, endure, and are aware of future intentions by them, which are designed to improve the wealth of the wealthy and yet continue to degrade the poor, infirm, and elderly of this country, many of which have worked all their lives to build the foundation on which this country has grown. So we, the people, must bring about change, and it is only by standing together will we have the strength and resolve to bring change for the betterment of all. We must contemplate what we need to do and when. Well, unfortunately, over the past 30-40 years, there has been a greater development of complacency regarding politics than probably the whole of political history. This should not be, because really the opportunities have increased for individuals to speak their mind and voice their opinions via involving proper channels. We need people, now of all times, to come back and give their opinions into this club so that we can utilise all your views and move forward with those views and ideas of solutions all put together to form one great unbreakable platform. Now, we have for the last 12 months or more been watching and suffering, if you are not rich, from what the Tories are either doing, not doing, have done, or have no intention of doing. That is obvious, as they are the ones in power, and with such a majority, it gives them unfettered power to do as they want and when they want. Just because we have COVID, they are not to be excused, as behind the scenes they have been doing as they wish, unchallenged, and we can guarantee that they have lined up a very unbalanced programme of new laws and rules that will hit the poorest the hardest. This has caused deep mutterings in and around the Tory party members and non-members alike. Much discussion amongst friends and enemies. Then, to top it off, what has happened in the Labour camp? As well as having a new leader, many things have come to the fore which has seen actions and much more muttering amongst Labour Party members and non-members alike, even in threatening splits, new parties, etc., etc. This, of course, appears to be ongoing. This shows how degenerated the top parties have become. It really shows that we need major change, and we need it fast. It can be quite clearly seen that both parties and their top echelons are now millionaires or even multimillionaires, and all they do is argue and bicker, with neither party giving a jot about the majority of the population. Most people would agree, whichever camp you are from, or independently in the middle, this cannot go on and truly benefit the people. While they bicker at our expense like children in an unruly playground, thankfully most children do not, completely ignoring us. We need them. Their archaic and Jurassic politics out of here, and we need that soon. But it's not just a case of getting existing parties out. We need to create change in our system and structure, not just new expense claims. The biggest difficulty I see is getting people to voice their concerns and opinions more openly and beyond their family and friends. I do not mind shouting on a street corner, but join us. Submit your views by email to us, and we will collate it into streams and categories. Then as categories become more popular and the same view or opinion is repeatedly submitted, they will be circulated to members. No names guaranteed unless wished for all members to give their views. From this, we will actually create hundreds of core ideas, wants, wishes, and solutions, which will eventually form a manifesto on which we will stand. Now, this manifesto will be different, as it will be unbreakable and form part of the constitution of a new party. We have all been suckered by the main parties, and this has caused the complacency of why should I bother? Well, now, if you want real change, and for your children's future, you must change. Join us, contribute to us, and build your future. Party where they will work for you and do as you want. No more politicians praising the sun shining out of your backsides on polling day, and at 10:01 wishing you'd all disappeared under a rock, as they would say. Unbeknown to you, the party executives who sold you the beautiful hymn sheet that you cast your vote on, believing that it was their manifesto, have ripped it up a month ago, as they never intended to honour it whatsoever. Well, we will be different. Guaranteed, as our manifesto will have been created by you, the people. Yes, nationwide, and signed as part of the club's constitution, and later moved to our new political party. One of the biggest bugbears between the party and the electorate is the fact that all political parties draft their manifestos on a whim by their marketing teams, who think they all have to do is bamboozle sufficient people on the day with not a care in the world for the actual electorate. You may have heard it before, but we will, yes, we will, guarantee that the manifesto that you the people design will basically become as near as law as we can get it. We will not cheat on you. Any future politicians and their leaders in our party will stand on this People's Manifesto, be it 30 items or 365 items. If they do not, they will be sacked by you. We will enshrine it. MPs will not be allowed to jump ship and change sides. They can, of course, leave, but also leave without the electorate. So it is crucial that as many as possible join and help us. You are part of possibly the largest community club in the world, and with numbers comes power. With power, will come the ability to change what we want, as we want, and when we want. You will do it, and we can win. Of course, we cannot change everything, as we do have a constitution, but many things can and will be changed for the better. For example, we have 2 houses in Parliament, understandable and required. But perhaps we could scrap the House of Lords and save a fortune. Create a far smaller echelon of a couple of dozen people, not 850, to replace it. There are many things that need change, primarily to stop the inhumane treatment of the poor, infirm, elderly, homeless vets, etc. I could go on, but I will touch on some of the ideas on the website and maybe in the forum, maybe by the blog, but definitely on the forum. Meanwhile, if you can spread this word, TheClubUK.co.uk, as far and wide as possible, please do, as you will reach more people, different friends and people by various media today than me, and we really need people power. If you are a younger person, then brilliant, as we need as many possible younger people over 16, as they are the future of this country and are known to have some brilliant ideas already. You will be the future parents and need to ensure that this great country becomes fit for purpose again and fit for your children. Of course we need everyone, rich or poor, healthy or infirm, young or old, black, white or purple, employed, unemployed. Status is irrelevant. We have a Facebook page which is listed below for you to check out and add your comments or suggestion to. The page is facebook.com/www.theclubuk.co.uk. We will so soon have a YouTube, the Club UK channel. This website has been done for me by a particularly good friend, and as we had issues with the platform that I had done the website on previously. The website will have an email address where you can contact us and start submitting your suggestions. If you could please put a subheading at the beginning of your topic to help us sort it out. Also, no profanities please, as many ladies will be reading your submissions. We are aware that Nigel Farage is about to reform his Brexit party and Mr Fox is about to launch a new party. I wholeheartedly wish them the very best and success. As part of our intentions, we need new parties. Now, both these new parties will actually have a very Tory background, and we will not really see much long-term change except for them to try and get into power with as little change as possible, as they are used to working in what has been the Tory remit, which has proven successful for the wealthy. They have got noticeably big financial backers, and so obviously similar directions as that of the Tories will be their main agenda. We do not have any financial backers or sponsors, but really would appreciate some. We have a funding page on GoFundMe where we invite anyone from anywhere to donate or indeed contact with a view of becoming involved with us. Now obviously, as we are not a political party, we do not have any restrictions on where donations come from. Donations will remain anonymous unless requested differently, and the link is listed on the website and will be on the YouTube channel. There are a few smaller existing parties out there, but they were mostly formed on the back of the Brexit purge or split-offs of the parties formed then. They will have to be basically sorted out, and they will have to create a new agenda to suit what they believe they have the most opportunity for success with, and will be very fluid to suit the month. That is why we have no intentions of becoming a party until we have done the work, formed a decent road on which we, the people of the UK, can all proceed together and build a better future and a fairer future for all of us. We are, I believe, the only organisation who are going down this road of ensuring that what we put forward and what we aim for in the future is organised by you. Yes, you, the people. Not a couple of people around a couple of gin and tonics and a bottle of wine. It will be organised, debated and discussed by you, the people. So please join us. Right, I think I will end here. Stay safe till next time. Best regards to all of you. Bye, Viv.